Hello and welcome to the Zengate August Community Update. As every community update, Daniel Friedman and Sam Lambert will be on the call, and the topics that we'll cover today are the following. We're going to talk about our presence at RareEvo and what to expect to see on our booth. We're going to give you an update on the logistics side of things and the Palmyra platform. We're going to talk about the IDO and how to participate, and we're also going to talk about the ISPO and the partnership with Maestro. We're going to talk about RareEvo. We're going to be there, booth 412, right next to book.io. We're really looking forward to see everybody there. Don, do you want to give us a little bit of more details on what everyone should expect from Zengate at RareEvo?
Sure. Well, first of all, yeah, we are going to have a booth. We were kind of, it was almost a last minute thing. Because at first we were just going to be all in attendance, but we ended up getting a booth. We just really wanted to be a part of the event. And we're actually going to have quite a few updates at the booth and at the event. If you actually look at the schedule, you'll see that we are speaking. We're going to be on stage with the RareEvo crew on day 2, where I will give a very special and I believe going to be a very cool presentation, really exciting stuff for the community, for the project, for Palmyra. And so, yeah, we really hope to see you there in the audience. Like I said, this is going to be big. And this is an announcement of an announcement. So we're going to make an announcement there. And this is the announcement about that. And come to the booth. Myself and Chef are going to be there, plus a few of our other teammates. And you might spot a late 70s gentleman with a Russian accent, bald head. Don't be afraid. He's not going to bite you, even though he might say he will. That's my father, by the way. So you might even be able to meet my dad if that's your thing. Yeah, aside from that, we're actually going to have demos of various new modules of Palmyra that we're building out, already built out. Like, for example, we're going to have a demo of the traceability app and the traceability side, the mobile traceability side of Palmyra at the booth. You're going to be able to, use it yourself, check out traceability of different products. We're going to have some products there, as well as see how the information is gathered. Well, the app itself that gathers the information at the crop level, so by the actual farmers and the producers. So we're going to have that app for you to check out, to play with, to see how it's all done. Kind of get a little bit of a behind the scenes look at Palmyra. So a lot of really exciting stuff. Going to have some merch, of course. Well, yeah, I will have my big shades, the Versace shades.
There might be some tea. There might be some tea as well.
So if that does not sell you, there's also going to be tea, okay? Because, we're doing tea stuff. But anyway, yeah, really excited to see everybody at the convention at RareEvo, and really looking forward to seeing, to seeing all of our friends once again and making new friends. So we will see you there.
Sam, what are you going to be doing while we're going to be at RareEvo?
I've been spending a lot of my time on the logistics, so the payments side as well. And we've got some really cool integrations, contracts that we've signed, plugins that we're working on now. And I get so excited thinking about this because there's so many levers that we can play with to continue reducing the costs, automating things, just making the experience so much cleaner, so much nicer, so much faster. So I'm just going to continue working on that. Like, our key focus now is making our customers happy and saving them money. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, and sort of I'll be sort of holding the fort on the ground in Japan, sort of while Dan, the rest of the team are at the RareEvo event. So yeah, lots of work to be done. The work continues, and customers to make happy, that's for sure.
Yeah, and actually, just to add to that, I think I've spoken about this a couple of times, maybe in a couple of spaces, but what's really exciting, and what Sam was talking about, is that our business model has evolved to such a just a very mature and complex state that even without the blockchain side, right? Even without the DeFi, without lending, without trading, even without that, even though that is really cool and that is what the platform is all about, just by using the platform as it is, the business that's going to be done through the platform is going to be done at a lower cost to the producer, and basically a lower cost to the buyer, making it just a better place to do business. So that is just really cool. Just Web 2, totally Web 2. The business model is, you don't have to think about it. It's like, oh, okay, so if that happens, then that's how you make money, and that's how they make money. It's like, no, they're literally with the contracts, with the deals that we signed with logistics companies, with with the various producers and the buyers and the sellers that are coming on the platform. There's literally cost saving. We can say, okay, so right now they're spending this much on logistics. By doing business through the platform, they'll be spending like 50% less. And this is locked in. This is not possibly. This is literally locked in. Big logistics companies going to be, just because of the size of the scale of the platform versus doing business individually by these producers, they're going to be saving money. And logistics is a big, expensive piece of doing business between Sri Lanka and the rest of the world. And this is where a lot of the issues come in. In fact, we've been told several times by producers in Sri Lanka that if we can solve the logistics part, the logistics problem in Sri Lanka or out of Sri Lanka, that will actually really drive business. And we have solved a lot of that. And this is why it's so exciting, because like I said, without Web 3, only with Web 2, we already have a clear business model that is low risk, high reward for both sides. So there's just no reason for them not to do business with the platform. It's just really exciting to me. It's really cool, because a lot of times, a lot of projects in the blockchain space, they really rely on the blockchain. They really, it's like, well, if we add more blockchain to it, if we add more DeFi to it, if we add more yield to it, if we do all this stuff, then yeah, that's going to make money, right? What our belief is that all technology has to have its place and no more, right? So you don't want to kind of over exercise the technology. If it makes sense here, this is where you use it. But it doesn't make sense here and here, just here, right? So just in one place. That's how we're approaching it, and it's working. And so this is why it's so exciting, because even with Web 2, even without the blockchain parts, it already works. It already makes sense. You add this, and it just goes into the stratosphere.
This is something that definitely makes a lot of sense, and obviously it will make a lot of sense when people see this with their own eyes and use it. More importantly, and that's coming very, very soon. Now we've discussed a little bit. We start throwing a few small bits of information around the IDO. And I know that maybe we don't have a set date yet, but I just want to talk a little bit about how are we planning on doing this. So just a brief 1-minute high-level overview, if you can tell us, is there going to be a KYC? Few points and few questions that we're getting from our community, which I think, it it's a good thing from us to give a 1-minute spotlight there. How is the process going to be, and how easy it will be for people to participate on it when the time comes?
Yeah, so just high level, quick overview of the IDO. So the entire IDO will probably take about 4 weeks. So we're going to have 2 weeks for whitelisting and 2 weeks for the actual raise. The entire raise that we're doing is going to be $750,000, and that is capped. So we're not going to do any more, even if there is more interest, we will not. We only do up to 750. So since this is an IDO, so this is basically direct investment. You put money in, you get tokens out. We have to do KYC. This is for everybody's for everybody's benefit. First of all, there are obviously laws around who you can and cannot accept money from. You have to make sure you understand where the money's coming from. If we don't do KYC, we potentially are endangering the business, as well as other investors. So is the responsible thing to do. I know that some don't like it, but in this particular case, we have to do it. So it's going to be done through between us and ErgoPad. And this is going to be it's probably going to happen. So we're going to start the whitelisting probably in a few weeks, maybe something like that, towards the end of the month. We're aiming towards the end of the month. I really wanted to do it earlier, but there's also a lot of work that has to be done around it: infrastructure work, legal work, compliance work. So as it looks right now, end of the month for whitelisting, and then probably sometime in September, we're going to be doing the actual IDO.
In terms of the ISPO, we have partnered with Maestro, which is one of the most known projects out there that they're doing infrastructure for many, many ISPOs. So we're very excited to partner with them. And there's going to be a lot of information on their booth as well in regards of our ISPO. But just so everybody knows, there's not a set date yet, but there will be, the ISPO will happen right after, or few weeks after the IDO concludes. So that means that we're going to do the IDO first, and then we will have an ISPO which is going to be more open, no KYC needed, and everybody can participate in it on the Cardano side as well. So that's in terms of IDO and ISPO. We're going to have more information at RareEvo as well. So make sure that when you come by our booth, you stop by and ask these questions to us. And now, Sam, if you can give us a little bit of an update in terms of the Project Catalyst proposals, how things are progressing there.
Thanks, Chef. We've been getting a lot of support from the community, lots of traction, continued traction on the various proposals. So to kick things off, we had a presentation at the Pacific Catalyst Town Hall a couple days ago, I think, where we got to speak with notable members of the community like Tony Rose, who was part of the Atala team. And so I've got a lot of good feedback from the session that we had there, and a lot of different questions and approaches that we're taking with the Atala proposal. So, that ties in directly with the stuff we're doing out of Sri Lanka, the global tea industry. We're super excited to just push that along and sort of deploy that, once sort of the voting sort of process begins. The other one that we're getting continued traction on is the SPO revenue stream proposal. So our partnership with Rosenbridge and Spectrum, we had over 150 SPOs sign up to actually participate in our sort of testing phase. We're in the process now of handpicking just a few to kickstart the working group session. So that's going ahead of the planning that we had in mind, and it's going to actually start before any voting period begins or anything like that. So the Rosen team are just ready basically to start having these, high level sort of detailed discussions as well around the trade-offs of the tokenomics, the trade-offs around fee distribution. So we're going to kickstart that. Chef's going to be leading that alongside the Spectrum and so the Rosenbridge team. We're really excited. It's well ahead of schedule. So we're going to get started on that, start getting the input so that by the time Catalyst rolls around, we've done a lot of the heavy lifting, and it will be, testing phase at that point. So very excited about that. The winter protocols continues to get developed out by our team, and Luca, who's leading that. Everything's sort of lined up nicely, getting a lot of feedback around that as well from the community. So those are our 3 proposals. Everything's on track. We're doing all of the legwork around it as well. So as soon as the voting period ends, we're ready to go, and we've already started the work. So very excited about that. Looking forward to reading the reviews from the community as well this week.
Yeah, that's very exciting. We start getting some reviews on our proposals, and that's definitely very exciting to see that people are actually taking the time and doing the reviews. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to see what the results from there, what the results are going to be, and how we can make sure that that we communicate everything with our community. Guys, do you have any last thoughts that you would like to share with the community for this month's update?
Just wait until RareEvo, wait until the events that are coming up. Dan's going to be traveling all around the world, so we've got lots of announcements and making strong progress on the product side.
Yeah, totally. Got my world road trip schedule already set. After this, we're going to be doing Dubai. We're going to be part of the Discover Cardano crew in Dubai. We're most likely going to be at CNFTLV, or sorry, NFTLV. I know they're trying to do multi-chain. They are doing multi-chain, so NFTLV. After that, again, I'm gonna be in Dubai for the Cardano Summit. I'm gonna be in Turkey. I'm gonna be in Sri Lanka as well later on this year. So lots of travel. Hopefully, and looking forward to seeing everybody, the community and everybody whenever wherever we have the events. Yeah, just very exciting going into Q3, Q4 of this year. From all sides, it really feels great to really feel the project growing, and that's what it feels like right now. We're never sitting there twiddling our thumbs. There's always something to do, we can work 14-hour days, and we sometimes we do, and there's still stuff to do. And on one hand, it's pretty exhausting. On the other hand, it's really exciting because you know that you're not just screwing around. You know that this is real. You know that this is happening. And it's going to be awesome. This year is going to be awesome. It already is, and it's going to get even more awesome. And just you wait till next year. Next year is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think you both nailed it by saying, we'll see you at RareEvo, because that's when magic will happen. And after that, I think the next community update will have a lot more to talk about, and it will be a little bit of a different conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on this month's community update, and we're really looking forward to see everyone at RareEvo. Make sure you come and visit. You're not going to be disappointed. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, and thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you.